Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the second zodiac sign to my zodiac series, the Pisces, the fish. So I wanted to do fish-like makeup. So there's gonna be gills, there's gonna be scales, there's gonna be webbed hands. It's gonna be a good time. So if you want to see, just keep watching. So starting with the base, I already have my foundation on and I set that with some translucent powder, and I prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion and set that with some translucent powder. Kayla decided to join me. Taking the Morphe Picasso palette, surprise, surprise, I'm going to take the purple color and I'm going to fill in the front part of my brow with that purple color. And then I'm going to fill in the tail of my brow with my normal eyebrow powder. Just to add a hint of purple, but I didn't want the whole thing to be purple. If you want the whole thing to be purple, then by all means, fill in the whole thing with purple. But I only wanted a hint in the beginning of my brow. And then for the tail, I just used the Ardell Brow Powder Kit in the darkest shade. Now I'm going to take some concealer and clean up that bottom line. I'll leave the top part alone, but I'm just going to clean up the bottom line because I was a little reckless with that purple powder. Now I'm going to lay down some Scotch Tape because I want there to be a sharp line for my eyeshadow. And I'm going to take those light blue colors and kind of mix them together even though they're almost the same. And I'm going to start filling in the outer V. I'm going to take it from where the tape starts and just sweep it in about to the middle of my eyelid. And then taking that light green color, I'm going to start at the inner corner and sweep it up until that blue color. I'm going to go back and forth between the brush that I use for the blue and the brush that I use for the green, just to blend out that middle where the two colors meet. And then I'm also going to use it to pack on more blue and more green on the outer and inner corner. You want to blend, blend, blend until those two colors fade into one another. You don't want there to be like a solid line separating the two. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're into that. I'm not here to judge. And then you want to take a clean brush with no product on it and blend out that upper area between the eyeshadow and your eyebrow. You don't want to take the eyeshadow all the way up to your eyebrow, so you want to blend it out so that it kind of just fades into the color of your skin. And then you want to take the darkest blue from that Picasso palette and kind of start to shade in the outer V of your eye just to add some more definition. And then taking some blue, and I'm using a paintbrush for this just so it's easier, I'm going to take it and give myself a wing. You don't have to use blue, but I just wanted to stick to the theme here. So yeah, I just gave myself a blue wang. And now for the scales, I'm going to take some fishnet stockings, and this is going to be super unattractive, but I'm going to put it over my face, like so, and make sure the scales are lined up nicely. I know, super cute, right? Oh my gosh. Now taking the same colors from the Morphe palette that you used on your eyes, the blues, the greens, I'm even going to throw in some purples, some pinks. You're going to want to start pushing that into your skin. Make sure you push it and don't rub it, because if you rub it, you're going to move the fishnet stockings, and then it defeats the whole purpose because you're not going to be able to see the outline of the fishnets. Therefore, it will not look like scales. So push it into your skin, do not rub. I'm going to alternate between using blue, green, pink, purple, and kind of just put this wherever you would put bronzer. So I'm putting it on the forehead, the hollows of my cheeks. I'm going to put it on my jawline, except I'm going to bring it down all across my forehead, not just on the temples. So yeah, put this actually wherever you really want to have scales. You guys, look at my face. I look so angry. From the Lilac Pro 2 palette, I'm going to take the colors Snow and Silver and add this to some of the scale areas just to add a bit of a highlight. Now to take off the fishnets, you want to pull it away from your face and then go up. You want to go out and up because you don't want to rub off the scales. And yeah, we got scales. There are other ways to make fake scales that involve things like modeling wax or liquid latex, but this is the easiest method that I find of the other methods. If you want to see the other methods, I can show you, that's no problem, but this is the easiest way. Now for the gills. I'm going to take some Graftobian modeling wax and start to shape them in little log shapes like this. And then taking any spirit gum of your choice, I'm using Cinema Secret spirit gum. I'm going to place this where I want to lay down my gills. Once I lay it down, you're going to want to tap out the spirit gum, because if you don't tap it out, it will not get tacky. So just tap it with your finger until it starts to get sticky. Once the spirit gum is tacky, you're going to want to lay down your little modeling wax logs and start to shape it. So what I did was I smoothed it out into my skin, and then I wanted the top part to be kind of at a point, so I just squeezed the modeling wax together, and then the parts that touch my skin, I just smoothed it out so that when I seal it up with some liquid latex, it will look like it's coming out of my skin as opposed to just sitting right on top of it. When working with liquid latex, make sure to have some makeup remover or a little bit of Vaseline on your fingertips so that they won't get stuck to your fingertips and keep coming off your face, because that's really frustrating. And if you don't want to use your fingers, you can use a spatula, but I couldn't find mine, so I had to use my fingertips. But a spatula would be easier if you have one. It wasn't smoothed out enough for me, so I ended up taking this little scoop that I used for the modeling wax and used that to smooth out the edges. got ourselves some gills, girl. Now taking some liquid latex, I'm going to apply that over the gills to seal it, because if you don't seal it and you try to use a brush or whatever to add color, powder, paint, whatever it is over the wax, I promise you, you will ruin your brushes. The wax will get all up in there. You're going to ruin it. So you're going to want to set the wax with some liquid latex or wax sealer. I don't have wax sealer though, so I'm going to use liquid latex. And I'm going to apply 2 coats. So right now I'm putting on 1 coat. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to add another coat in just a bit. So I'm going to let that dry for about a minute, and I'm going to start on my lashes. I'm going to coat my top lashes with some L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, and then I'm going to apply some falsies. I used the Ardell 600 Black. So now I'm just going to add some color to my bottom lash line. I'm going to take that blue and put that on the outer half, and then take the green and put it on the inner half. Kind of the same thing that we did on the top, I'm going to do on the bottom. And then with a clean brush, I just went and blended that out. And then taking some of that L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, I'm going to run that on my lower lashes. Here I'm just highlighting my inner corner with some Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop Highlight. So I wanted to make it look like fish type skin was tearing through my human skin. So I took a nude eyeliner and I traced the openings that I want on my chest and on my neck. And then with Kayla's help, I used the fishnet stockings again to try and make those scale-like effects in those openings. I used the same method that I did on my face, just tapping the color. Well, technically she used the same method that I did on my face. Using some concealer on a big foundation brush, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up those lines. And now taking some dark gray, I'm going to go ahead and outline those tears, and then I'm going to smudge it out with some brown eyeshadow. The shading with the brown eyeshadow is what's going to make it look a little more realistic. I also went in with some fake blood after, just to add more to the little ripped effect that I was going for. And now the gills need some color, so going back to that Morphe palette that we used on our face, and the same method that we did with our face, we're just going to use the blues, greens, purples, pinks, and just dust that all over the gills. Also, keep in mind that you don't have to go with the same color scheme as me. You don't have to use blues, purples, greens. You can use any color you want: orange, red, yellow. Fish, like humans, come in different shapes, sizes, colors. All of them are beautiful, terrific. So just because your color is different doesn't make it any less of a fish. And then for shading purposes, I took some dark gray and I ran that underneath both of the gills just to add some depth. And then when I was done adding the dark gray, I went back in with that light blue color and I faded out the dark gray because you want the shade to be gradual. For my lips, I mixed blue and black to make a darker blue, and I lined my lips with that, and then I filled in the center with green to create a blue-green ombre. And then I took some silver eyeshadow and I added that to the center of my lip to add even more depth to that ombre. And that's all. Now you're ready to go sleeping with the fishes. I gave myself some webbed fingers. I didn't film it, but if you would like to see how to get webbed fingers, let me know and I can do a tutorial on that. It was actually very easy. I made it all with liquid latex and I think it took me about 15 minutes. Yeah, it took me about 15 minutes. It was really fast, really easy. All you need is liquid latex and some powder. But yeah, if you want to see that, let me know and I can do a quick video on that. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also give this video a thumbs up if you're a Pisces and comment below. Please subscribe. As always, if you want to see any specific videos, let me know and I will gladly do it for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all very much. Until next time, bye-bye.
See, first I'm going to start with priming the eyes. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Are you recording?
Yes.
When you stare at it long enough, it's like the lights start to move. It's like the lights start to blink at you. It kind of looks like my head is just floating. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
You can't see my... Look, it just looks like my... Right?
Yes, that's why I try not to wear black.
That's the coolest thing ever. Oh, hello, Mom.
Your camera.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this one looks pretty good.
Except because the words, if I do that, then yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks like just your head. Oh my god.
Oh, that's gonna look sick.